Hello, we're starting the next vlog on a very nice angle and lighting and everything. I have so little time. I haven't spoken to you in ages. I keep meaning to, and I've just been so busy. All really lovely things, but the week has just ended up being much busier than I'd anticipated. But we're going to C6, finally, after years of trying to get rush tickets. We managed it today. I will talk about that more either later or tomorrow or another day, I don't know. But I finished work a little bit late, which is predictable. And I've got quite a bit I want to do in the next... I need to leave in about an hour, actually just less. And the main things I need to do are a bit of work, which is why I've got my laptop open and I'm not really looking at you, and I'm sorry about that. I acknowledge I'm being rude, I'm sorry. But then also I really want to lay out everything I need for tomorrow, because tomorrow is when I'm doing the next day of filming. And you know what, my friends? There's a lot more lines than I was expecting. It's all lines I've said before, so I'm not worried. Like, I know they're in there. But it's way more than I was anticipating, and so I'm hoping. I've tried to look at them, but I also know that I have not been as thorough with them as I was last time, so that's not ideal. I want to be professional, and I was so professional last time, and also, like, making sure I'm prepared means that when I get there we can get through stuff. The lighting is so bad, I'm so sorry. It's because it's not, like, seeing my face, and I think it's getting confused by the light. But yeah, we were so efficient last time and we got through so much. And I'm just a little bit concerned that's not going to be the case this time. But we only have a very short day to film it in. I'm filming between 9 and 3, so, you know, we gotta do it. But they only sent me pictures of what I was wearing today, like this morning. Admittedly, like, they've been very thorough today with what they've sent. But it has taken until today, which has meant that I've not been home and not had a chance to make sure I've laid out all my clothes. I've done my best to not wear anything because I presumed, I've remembered most of it, but there's a lot I need to find. And I do not want to be stressing about it in the morning. We're not filming locally, which is what I was expecting. I was expecting that we would be local, which, like, on the one hand, it's not ideal, obviously, to be... What? Something very funny going on here. I was expecting that we would be filming local, and we're not. And so on the one hand, it's good because I hadn't asked my grandma. No one had told me to ask my grandma. So, you know, it's good that I don't need to and, you know, thrust that upon her unexpectedly. But on the flip side, it means that I need to allow, I think, over an hour to get there. Well, luckily, I'm only starting at 9 as opposed to 8 or earlier, but still, it's going to be a long day, I reckon, because I'll come home literally, like, in the nick of time for Shabbat, and then going to my grandma's, which is nice. Oh, and I need to make a salad for her. Oh no, hang on, I need to message Wayne. Bad lighting again, I'm back. Wayne actually walked through the door as I was about to call him, and I just kind of sighed, and I explained to him what happened, and he's very kindly gone to get some lettuce for me. I don't know if I just panicked and didn't tell you what happened, but essentially I offered, my grandma said she had a very busy day today and yesterday, so I offered, like, I said, can I bring anything or do anything? And initially she was going to ask me to make a carrot cake, and, like, that was never going to happen, but yeah, even a salad, she then said. And I said yes, because I was meant to finish work much earlier, and yeah, just anyway. And I thought, you know, I've already got a salad dressing that I actually want to use up, so I can just do that with a bit of lettuce. I think I've still got some carrots and, like, we'll make it work. But obviously I forgot to buy the lettuce, which is very annoying and very kind of Wayne to go get, but I am quite close to being done with this, I think. The whole system's gone very funny though, so that's not ideal. And then I will lay out my clothes, and then I will get everything ready. I need to get changed. I put this on because I was too warm walking into the flat. But I will then get changed to go to C6, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now talking to you, and I'm going to finish doing this, and then I will catch up with you in a bit. Yay! We're on our way! They definitely can't hear us! Yay!
Make some noise!
Hello. Jeez, this lighting is insane. Wow, look at that sun. What a day I've had. I've had such a great day. But I am exhausted now. Let me start by talking about Six, because that was yesterday. I can't believe that was yesterday, that's crazy. Wayne and I have been wanting to go see Six for years. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. Hang on, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I need to get comfortable. I've only just walked in. I need to do so much. We've been wanting to see Six for so long. I first heard the music of Six at West End Live in 2019. And initially, like before that, I didn't get all the hype about Six. I wasn't like that interested or anything. And I think at that West End Live, they definitely sung Don't Lose Your Head, and I think they sung Six, like the final song. I don't remember there being anything else, but I could be mistaken. And then in drama school, I did a tap routine to No Way, and I didn't do, but a few people sung All You Wanna Do. So those two songs I knew quite well as well, but I think that was kind of it. Anyway, Six is quite sold out permanently and very, very, very hard to get rush tickets to because everyone wants to go see it and it's very sold out. So I'm like doing everything. I'm gonna get my belt off so that I can just like relax a little bit, and I'm gonna then clean the surfaces in the kitchen because they need to be cleaned. Anyway, I was at work yesterday. I don't know how much of this I told you, and thankfully it was very quiet in the morning, so quiet that I was even able to watch some of the Australian Open, which was very nice. I was watching the Wawrinka match, which was so good, but also thankfully quiet enough for me to be able to try and purchase the rush tickets. And I was ready, 2 or 3 minutes before, and then it got to 0 and I was ready. I didn't realize that there was a matinee show, so that always throws me off when I'm like, which one am I going to? But still, I was very quick and I clicked it, and when I first clicked it, it went to the loading page and I was like, no way, and then it went away, and then I kept clicking it and said all seats being held, and I kept clicking, and then there was one more time where it went to the loading page and then again went away, and I was like, right, that's it then. But I kept trying. I said to myself 5 minutes if I'm not disturbed, and at around a minute and a half, a minute 40 maybe, I didn't check exactly, I got them, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And that third time, it took a really long time for the loading page to like actually then pop up into the real page. So I thought it was just another one where it was tricking me, but we did it. And then we went, and we had a really great time. As you probably gathered, the hour between like coming home from work and then going was quite stressful. It was manageable, and it was very, very good of Wayne to get the lettuce, because that would have been hard. I've just realised I could have done it today, but I didn't know what time I'd be getting home. Anyway, we got it sorted. We went to the show. Wayne even had time to go to a Greg's beforehand. We had pretty good seats, a little bit far, but not like terribly far, and you could see the whole stage and you could see everything very well. My distance eyesight is getting worse. And it was so fun. It was so fun. So just to go through the songs, I didn't even really know the opening. I'd heard bits of it, but I didn't know the opening song. I knew No Way very well. That was followed by Don't Lose Your Head, which I knew very well. That was followed then by a song called Heart of Stone, which I recognised like literally the bit where it's like Heart of Stone, but didn't recognise anything else. Then it was House of Holbein, which I do know as well. I did a warm-up actually to that song, and I run to it quite a lot as well, so I do know that one. Then it was Get Down, which I'd not heard before, and I can't see myself listening to very much, because it's not really my style of music. Oh, I need to message him actually. Then after Get Down, I think it was All You Wanna Do, which as I've said, I know very well, and I thought was like the high notes were phenomenal, and the acting was really good in that song. I mean, all of them were great. But because I've seen that song so much at drama school, it was interesting, I was curious to see how a West End performer would do it, and she was very, very good. And then it was I Don't Need Your Love, which I also don't really know. I've heard like bits of, but not much. And I did like that one. And then it was Six, which I love. And then it was the Mega Mix, which I also liked. But yeah, overall just had a really fun time. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I liked the songs. I liked the singers, the actors, the performers. They were great. The musicians as well. Initially, I really thought it wasn't a show that I could see myself in. Not like when I went to see it, but before I've seen it. Just because the songs I did know, I do like, and I could sing, but just didn't really feel like they were for me. And also I know that it's quite a movery, dancey show, which I am a strong mover. But yeah, I wasn't sure. But actually now that I've seen it, I can really see myself playing Jane Seymour, which is funny because like she's probably the one who is like least, you feel least pity for, but I could definitely see myself playing her. So now I'm gonna have to learn Heart of Stone. And I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be a great show to be in. But anyway, that was all really lovely. And then we got home and had a bit of a conversation, which was nice. And then this morning, I had my filming, and my journey there was actually really smooth, and my journey back as well, I'm really glad. But I got there before any of the other crew were there, but it wasn't a long wait. And then we had a coffee and we were waiting on a couple of other things. As you can see, they got me some earrings. These are a little bit more loud than the ones I have. You can't really tell, I think, on here, but they're just like a bit more detailed, and I feel like that's a bit more. But I think they worked well for the film, and I get to keep them. So it's nice that I at least have something to replace the the singular earring that I lost. And we had a really good time. It was all going really well. It was a bit chilly, but at least I'd like layered up well. But it was cold and windy and rainy. But we had a good time. And then we had lunch, which was really good. I had a halloumi wrap, which I really enjoyed. And then I had to refilm 3 films, and we did 2 of them before lunch, and we were going to do we did the 3rd after lunch. And literally as like we'd wrapped and I'd given I handed over my microphone to one of the crew, and they said, this isn't switched on. So we had to redo everything since lunch. But luckily, it was a bit of a shame for me, first of all, because I was obviously happy about the fact that I was finished early. Because I didn't say that. I was finished 1.5 hours before the finish time on the call sheet, so that was great. But also because it was the film that I was least confident with the lines on, but we managed. It wasn't worrying or anything. And I think we were able to reshoot everything in about 20-30 minutes, and I still finished early, which is nice. And then, as I say, I had a very good journey home. When I saw the call times for today's shoot, to me it looked like I was going to get home in time for Shabbat with maybe 5 to 10 minutes spare. Instead, I've now got 50, which is wonderful. And there's a couple of things I'd really like to do. Number 1 is wipe the surfaces, but actually maybe I won't do that on camera and I'll wait until Shabbat has come in. Same with number 2, which is prepare the salad. It's going to be super simple and chill. I just need to make sure the dressing is still okay to use, and otherwise I'll make a new one. Number 3 is empty my bag and put away all the clothes and everything I used today. I think I might stay in this dress for Shabbat. It's a little bit more casual than usual, but it's fine. I think I might take off my makeup though, because I would rather just not have to deal with it when I get home from Shabbat. I think I'm going to be quite tired tonight, so I imagine I'll just want to go straight to bed. Number 4, which I maybe do want to do on camera. This case was meant to be clear, and you can see it probably quite well. It's no longer clear. So for a while I've been thinking maybe I need to get a new case, but it works fine. But then recently, I don't know if you can see the lip here came off. That was a little while ago. And then just the other day, this here, I don't know if you can see, came off. So I decided to bite the bullet, buy a new case. Also because I got an Amazon voucher from work as a Christmas bonus. So I had some money to use and it was fine. It's only £5 anyway. But then I also have a screen protector, which I've had for a while. And I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of been like that on the edge here, like that for a little while now. And then last night, as we were on our way to 6, we went into Greg's and I checked my phone because I have the loyalty app and so I wanted to scan it. And then we came out, I must have put it in my pocket, and then I took my phone out again to show the tickets at the theatre, and suddenly this has happened. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's completely cracked and it's very uncomfortable to press, and it also doesn't press very well anymore. So that's literally just happened in the last, I don't know, slightly more hours. So I'm gonna replace both of those first of all, and I'm hoping this was downstairs. I'm really hoping this is the case. It feels like a case. So let's have a look. And then I also want to find the screen protector. Yay! Okay, great. That's really good. Okay, it doesn't feel very good, but I mean, it was £5. Although I think this one was 2. It's got a little, I don't know if you can see here, it's I don't know, glue or something. But I like the colour. It feels a bit funny, but whatever, it's fine. It does have a lip over the front, which is good, because that helps protect. Right, I'm gonna grab the screen protector. I'm gonna take everything off. This is gonna be very fun. I love cleaning my phone. Feels very different. I don't know if I like it very much. And it's actually got less of a lip than I was expecting. So that's a little bit, not ideal. Feels like a new phone though, that's crazy. It's very bright. It's not very me actually, but I was brave. And pressing the buttons on the side feels different, but it's okay, it's fine. It's very nice to have a clean front screen. I'm gonna get used to this, but it is a little weird. And I'm gonna throw all the other bits away. I have a Samsung Galaxy M31, and the brand I use for the screen protector, I think it was probably just off Amazon or something, but it's this one. I'm gonna keep all the like other little bits just so that if I need them, I've got them. But yay, okay, exciting. That's one task done. Now let's get on with everything else, but I don't think I'm gonna film it because I just don't really feel like I've got the energy right now. I'm so tired. Do you know what I was thinking? As I've mentioned many a time on here, nowadays my jobs are all much more desk jobs, when I used to do a lot more active jobs. And I really like the desk jobs, A, for the work, and B, to be honest, because I'm lazy and I like not having to be on my feet all day. But actually spending a whole day on my feet and filming, oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. I really like performing work. But I do think I left a good, like, impression with the crew. So that's always good. So yeah, we'll see. Right. I will probably only see you tomorrow night, is what I imagine. Wayne's gonna be away again this weekend. So I think that means I will be more likely to see you. Oh yeah, and I said yesterday that I had such a busy week, and then I didn't really talk about it. So on Monday, I feel like I stayed at work late on Monday, but I could be wrong. But then I had a nice evening with Wayne because he was back. Then on Tuesday, what did I do on Tuesday? Oh, I went to meet friends after work, which was great. We went to a dance class with 3 of us, which was so nice. And then they also got some food after, so I sat with them and we just chatted. There was so much to chat about. It was really lovely. Then Wednesday, why do I feel like there was something on? My screen looks so clean, it's crazy. Oh, I worked at another job, so I finished my first job and went to the second. And then last night we had 6, and then today I've got going to my grandma. And actually earlier in the week I'd already said I didn't think I'd be in the mood to do Shabbat lunch, and I'm so glad I said that. I'm sure it would be nice, but just with how busy the week's been, and especially today, like I just imagine I will want to rest tomorrow. And then Sunday's fairly chill. I'm working the morning, but nothing crazy. And then I think next week is also quite busy. I'm definitely meeting a friend from Australia on Monday after work. I feel like there's something happening Tuesday after work, but I can't remember what. I feel like it's to do with Wayne though. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Wednesday I'm working late, I believe, until like 7 something. And then Thursday, we've got a work event, which also will be going late, I imagine. And then Friday's Shabbat again. Like, it's just crazy. Oh, Tuesday again, I'm meeting one of the same friends I met this Tuesday, and we're going to go to a dance class again together. It's fun, though. Do you know what? Like, it is hard to balance, like, doing fun things and then also having time to myself. But I'm really glad that at least I'm starting the year off strong in terms of being busy and doing fun things. You know, I've gone to the theatre twice already this month, and I'm hoping to go a third time when I'm meeting my Australian friend. I've been to a couple of dance classes. Like, if I do go next week, that'll be 3. Is that right? I think so. I've done some performing work, so that's great. I've done some other social things. I've done some stuff with Wayne. Like, it's just, I'm so happy, but I am very tired. And I'm not really much in the mood to do any of the things that I've said I need to do, which is probably why I'm chatting to you for so long. It's probably just me procrastinating, but that's fine. But I do need to get on with everything. So I'm going to do that. If I have time before Shabbat comes in, I will say hi again and let you know how I'm going. But if not, I will see you tomorrow night or Sunday. Bye. Hello, good evening. I have had quite a nice chill day today. Wayne was here in the morning, which was lovely, and then he's gone off. But I am still here and I've been watching some YouTube since I got home. Not since I got home, since Shabbat went out. It's about 7:30 now, so it went out about 2 hours ago. But yeah, it's just been very chill. Pajama day, which is always nice. Yesterday, I managed to get everything done that I wanted to, which was great. And when I was unpacking, I realised we had to buy a notebook for some of the filming yesterday. I say we, they. And in between takes, we left it in my bag. And when I was unpacking my things, I found, oh, my battery's dead. I found that it was in my bag still. Let me finish the story in a moment. I just filmed continual of the last clip, and then it didn't save properly, and now I can't remember where I left it off. Long story short, I took it home and I messaged the team to say, hey, I've realised I accidentally had this notebook and I brought it home, do you need me to post it? And they said no, and they said you can keep it. So I'm quite pleased because it's a bullet journal, and I'm going to use the one that I've got for 2026, but I might use this one for 2027, which would be very lovely. Anyway, I had about 10, 15, 20 minutes before Shabbat came in and I was watching some YouTube, and I've been watching this new YouTuber called Zoe Ray, I believe, and the reason why I've started watching her videos is because a couple of weeks ago I felt I was really looking for more YouTubers to watch. And I think I did speak to you guys about this, but then a little while after I spoke to you, I realised actually what I'm looking for is YouTubers like me. Just daily life stuff, like nothing exciting, nothing crazy, just chill. But the problem is, that's not very marketable content, which is why I still have less than 1,000 subscribers, and also why there's not much of that out there. But this woman, Zoe Ray, came up on my feed and I think it was a new puppy, and so I wanted to watch that video. Anyway, I've been subscribed to her since then, and she put out a New Year's video, I think. And I was watching it yesterday before Shabbat, and she was talking about doing the Manchester Marathon. She's very sporty, and that she was going to be training for it. And it got me in my head thinking, maybe I should do a marathon. To backtrack, a couple of days ago, I think it was on Tuesday, I was looking at oh, my battery's gonna die again. I was looking at the London Royal Parks half marathon, and I did think, maybe I can manage that. Let me change my battery again and I'll continue talking. So yeah, I was thinking about the half marathon, which is only in October, so I've still got a while, I think. Maybe September, actually, I'm not sure. And I think the reason why I was thinking about it was because the ballot was opening like the next day, and I knew I didn't want to pay the full amount, but it wasn't yet showing charity places, so I sort of put that out of my mind. But then yesterday when I was watching Zoe talk about the Manchester Marathon, I was thinking I just want to see how much the Amsterdam Marathon costs and also if it's still open. And I know that I think this year it fell on my birthday, it was the 19th of October. So I knew approximately that time, and obviously Amsterdam is going to be the flattest course. Anyway, I think it said regular places are sold out, but there are still some charity places. So I went in to see how much you had to pay to have a charity place, and I put in my details. And basically, long story short, I think I might have accidentally signed up for the marathon. And I panicked. I panicked when that happened, but I also had to switch off my computer because Shabbat was about to start. And I could not sleep very well last night. I really struggled to fall asleep because the idea of the marathon was really stressing me out. And I think, I could be mistaken, but I think the way it works is that you don't have to pay anything if you have a charity place as long as you fundraise a certain amount. But what's not clear to me is there a chance that you fundraise the amount but you're still not given a ticket? That's my concern. Well, one of many. And so this evening I've been looking up like marathon training plans, and I found one I think that was 18 weeks, which I believe is about 4 months, maybe 5. And when I was looking at it, like it looked pretty reasonable. It felt doable. The most you go up to on that training plan is 32 kilometers, which is still like an insane amount, but it feels more manageable. But I'm very much swinging back and forth about whether or not to commit to this, because it's a big commitment. And also, like, obviously I love Holland and I love going there, and an excuse to go there is great, but it does mean that I would need to factor in travel and cost of travel and, you know, time off work, etc. So I'm not 100% ready to commit yet, and I don't know if I will go ahead with it. I'm really swinging back and forth, thinking about how much I hate running and how much I struggled with the half marathon, but then also being like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, really. Like, I might be able to run the Amsterdam Marathon, not just any, but a relatively flat course, and, you know, home to me for free. And then at least I'll have done a marathon. Like, I do really like the idea of saying I've run a marathon in my life, but I also really don't like running, and so I'd rather just get it out of the way, essentially. Like, in a way, October feels too far away for me. I'm like, let's bring it forward, but then also the weather probably would be hotter, and we don't want that. So yeah, that's kind of been causing me a lot of stress, even though I don't have to commit to it. But I think what I might do is just start training. Obviously, I've got a long time. I've got 10 months, essentially. Well, 9, but still. And I think, first of all, I just need to pick up running anyway, because I can't remember. I think the last time I ran was maybe early December or late November, but still a while. So I need to, like, get back into the groove of just going for runs. Also now that the evenings are starting to get slightly longer, so, you know, after work is kind of a possibility. Not totally yet, but it will be soon. But then also I think I'll have enough time to get started on the training plan. I need to have fundraised the amount by September the 18th. And I think I would need to start training in, call it 5 months, so May, I think. But I could start the training sort of May and June, and then if I decide to commit, start fundraising in July. And that still gives me, what, like 3 months to raise enough? But I don't want to start fundraising if I'm not going to commit, because I don't think that's fair, even though, you know, fundraising obviously is important anyway, and like donating to charity is important anyway. I would feel quite guilty if I got loads of people to pay money on behalf of me, only for me to then not commit. So yeah, we'll see. If I do go ahead with this, I'm sure there will be videos, not vlogs, where I talk about it and thought process and how I'm feeling and all sorts. I'm very conflicted. And the other thing is there is a time limit of 6 hours, which definitely feels like a challenge to me. I did my half marathon in just under 3, so doubling the distance, but then also obviously as you get further, you get more tired. I'm very nervous, and I really don't want to do the marathon only to then not complete it. So I definitely do feel that extra pressure. I think if it was 7 hours, I'd feel more okay, but 6 does feel very, very tight. Although I know that I did run the half marathon slower because of the weather. So you know, if it is like a pleasant autumn day, I should be okay. Or, well, 42 kilometers is never going to be okay, but better. But we'll see what happens. I will document it if I go ahead with it, and if I don't ever mention it again, then you know why. I'm so I don't remember the last time I've been this conflicted about something, and I struggle to make decisions. But like choosing to do the half marathon felt like not an easy choice necessarily. It was like there was a slight nervousness to it, but I was like, I can do it. Whereas doing a marathon, training for a marathon, and also completing the marathon in under 6 hours is stressful. But anyway, all this to say, I'm hoping to go for a run tomorrow. I finished work at 1, I've laid out my clothes already, I know what I'm gonna wear, and I'm gonna be ready, and I'm gonna come home and then go straight back out. Essentially, I'll do a bit of a warm-up, but go out and hopefully do 5 kilometers. Even if I need to walk, I just wanna get out there because I haven't been out there in a while. I actually was already thinking that before I was thinking about the marathon, but now that I'm thinking about the marathon, I definitely need to run. And also, I was really debating whether or not to mention this on here, which is why it's taken this long until after Shabbat for me to come on, because such a big part of it, I'm so lazy, I'm such a lazy person, and so like the idea of just not doing it is so nice and so tempting. Like, I don't need to do a marathon, no one's forcing me. Literally the only reason why I want to do it is to be able to say I've done it. But I feel like I do want to document just when it happened, and also how I'm feeling about it, and just everything. It's crazy. It's crazy that I'm even considering it. That's mad. But it's because I've essentially been given a spot, which is just like, that's mad too. But then I don't like how unclear it is about whether or not you can have the slot, even if, like, is there a chance that you don't get the slot, essentially? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going around in circles, so I'm gonna finish up here. I've been watching some of Riley Autumn's videos, because I was behind on them. I was behind on so much YouTube, but I'm working my way through it now. I'm gonna have some egg and chips for supper, and yeah, just have a chill evening. I've been watching Departure. Well, I was watching Departure until I got kicked out of my parents' Netflix, but Wayne has Netflix, so I'm gonna see if I can get it up on the TV after I've eaten and see if I can continue watching it. But those are all the updates. As I say, tomorrow I'm hoping to go for a run, so I'm sure I'll talk to you after that. And then Monday I'm going to see The Devil Wears Prada with an Australian friend, which is quite rogue, but she wanted to see it and I've not seen it. I know nothing about it. I haven't seen the film. All I know is that it had Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep. Don't know a single other thing. I think it's got to do with fashion. I don't even know what Prada is. Well, I do now, but I didn't. So I'm not going in with very high expectations, or any expectations really, but I'm just gonna go and see it because it's fun to see new stuff, and it's cheap tickets, and I'm going with a friend, so that'll be nice. We've been busy, we have been busy, but it's all been really nice things, so thank goodness for that. But I will leave it here. If I have anything else to tell you tonight, I will, but otherwise I will see you tomorrow, probably either just before or just after my run. Bye!